Unity of Houston is an inclusive church where we seek to understand and live the teachings of Jesus and other spiritual masters. At Unity, we welcome all people from all spiritual paths and every walk of life. We celebrate the diversity of our city and of our world, and we teach love, tolerance, and oneness, seeking to live in harmony with open minds and open hearts.
Wherever you are in your spiritual path, you are always welcome at Unity. Join us and discover that the life of your dreams is already within you.
Are you awake? Are you alive? Are you feeling things moving in you? This is the moment. This is your time. This is what you've come here to do and be. What's next? This is the thing. This is us. This is our moment. This is what it's all about. And tonight, what we're doing is we're teaming up with Spirit in a powerful way so that we can move into the next stage, the next step, the next thing. This Christmas, I just got captivated. I don't know how well you can see this. I hope it's sparkling on the screen. Is it? And put it here in the light, catching the light. Isn't that amazing? It's so pretty and it's such beautiful color, but what you probably can't see is that each and every one of these facets has a different kind of a weird little design in it. Not because somebody did it, but because it just naturally occurred and whatever process went into this. And it's the slightly different colors next to it. It's not all blue. It's just gorgeous. And I just never could take my eyes off of it as I was looking for little token gifts to give this year. I didn't know how else to do it. And I had to get one for myself. And, and I gave it with these instructions to use it as a visioning orb, a visioning ball, if you will. Just something that just whenever you're just like, put this in your view, let it be someplace where you see it, and let your eyes just fall on one of the little windows and just see what you see. I see forests, I see rivers, I see stone, I see all kinds of amazing figures and things that changes with my mood probably and the position. Not because this is magical, but because I am, right? Because it's my process of imagination. It's my ability and your ability to vision something that doesn't exist yet. That's what we bring in, another piece of the puzzle, another picture to unfold. This is our purpose. It's why we've come, and it's why we're specially made so that we can bring it. Edward B. Lindemann said, "One of life's most fulfilling moments occurs in the split second when the familiar is suddenly transformed into the dazzling aura of the profoundly new." Ideas, a picture, a vision, a word, an idea, something calls to you or pulls you in that direction. Marcel Proust said, "The real voyage of discovery consists not in seeking new landscapes, but in having new eyes." And our eyes are really sensing light that are connected to our brains by a nerve system. And it's our brains that interprets what it is that we see. It's what gives meaning. Our brains, our perspective, our emotions, our experience gives perspective, gives context to what light and darkness and shadow and color we see and what we make it mean and what we see and what we miss and what we ignore and what we deny. All of that is all inside of here. So it matters that you're awake for the millions of dreams that want to come through you. Maybe grand dreams, but maybe just little ones, maybe just a today dream. Let go of the way things are and have always been. In order to do this process this evening, I invite you not to reflect back, but to try to lean forward into something that doesn't exist yet, where there's no floor and no walls and no ceiling. It's a space. What in the world is it becoming? Because you're coming. You're coming into it. What will change around it as you enter, as you become it? Reimagine. Re-envision. You are a point of light. You are the juncture of the universe. Everything converges right where you are and where I am and where each person in here and people we've never met and never will meet also are. That's why we need each other. That's why we're not whole if we are not one. You see? It's a total picture. It's everyone's in. Everyone has to be included. It's gotta be. We're tired of dividing ourselves up, honestly. Aren't we sick and tired of it? It's time. We have to come together as one. We have to see one another and make room for one another, because the room is already set. It's just that we need to redecorate it. We need to open it up. We need to see it differently. It's up to us. Georgia O'Keeffe said, I got a half dozen paintings from that one shattered plate. Don't know if you know her paintings. You don't really have to. But it gives you a beautiful picture, doesn't it? She dropped a plate, it shattered into pieces, and through the artist's eye and artist's heart that she had, she painted. How many? Half a dozen paintings came from an accident, from a happenstance, from what could have been a tragedy. She turned it into an opening where a whole world was fed by one plate, broken and shattered. Duke Ellington said, I merely took the energy it takes to pout and wrote some blues. That's it. That's how he saw it. Instead of pulling himself out, he gave it away. He wrote it down. He put it to music, and he shared it with the world. And the world received it and had its blues sung to it. Mahatma Gandhi said, as human beings, our greatness lies not so much in being able to remake the world. That's the myth of the atomic age. Somehow we're in control of it all, he means. As in being able to remake ourselves. Why? Because you're magic. Because you're the progeny of the universe. This is the becoming. You are it. I'm it. All of us. This moment is it, and we're coming into it. In Isaiah 42, we have it from the ancient Hebrew scriptures. See, the former things have taken place, and new things I declare. Before they spring into being, I announce them to you. We're already given a clue. We're already being invited to the party. We're being invited into the unfolding, into the becoming, because we breathe air, honestly. Because we're here, we are here by divine appointment. We are here because this is our moment to bring the next into visibility, whether we know what it is or not. But there is a plan. There's an announcement. And tonight you're going to receive your particular part of this unfolding plan this evening for 2021, maybe for beyond that. If you're open, if you're ready. On New Year's Eve, we typically do the white stone no, not New Year's Eve. What am I saying? We do it in the beginning of the new year. In the beginning of the new year, typically, but because of the pandemic and various other things, we postponed it till tonight. But still, we're fresh. This is a baby year so far, isn't it? It's just 1 month old, just like my grandson. And so this is really just such freshness, such potential, such possibility. But no matter what you get tonight, you won't always get what you expect. Maybe not tonight. Maybe the word you get or the vision or the phrase or whatever you get is not exactly what you wanted or thought or can use. But it's for you, and it will reveal itself in the coming weeks and months and days of your life unfolding in 2021, and things that will happen and things that won't happen. And you'll see how it changes in context as conditions change. But my question always has to be, what is the difference between my intention, in other words, what I intend, what I can see, what I want, what I believe should happen, what I want to change about things, some kind of intentionality where intention is more than will, but it has will force in it. But intention is also alignment. Intention is aligning my will with my imagination, with my commitment, with my strength and resilience, with my power to enroll and to control whatever I can do. That's all wrapped up in intention. That's my side of the picture. But the other side of the picture is our intuition to discern something greater than us, something that preceded us, something that's bigger than us and will flow through us and go beyond us. Because we want to be part of a big thing. We want to do our part that's within our power to do, but we want it to have big consequences. I think, don't we? We don't want it to be small potatoes. We want to be able to give and know that it is ever expanding in some big and amazing way. And the only way it can do that is when it's expanded by the yeast of spirit. It has to be added. It has to be blown out of proportion, out of your hands, out of your heart, from your words. So how do we discern what the next right thing is for us? There was a woman, I wish I remembered the last name now, part of this ministry, Miss Emma. And she sat in when this was the sanctuary, our pyramid was the sanctuary, and she, down the hallway in the youth education department on the way to the nursery, when I went to go and pick up my kids, after service was over, and she would sit there and she would talk to people and speak to and give messages. She was very, very deeply connected and spiritual. I personally thought she was crazy because I didn't know why she would call out to me and she didn't know me, but she had a message. And when I was later, years later, through ministerial school and ordained, and I was in the vestry right over there, and I was freaking out over my very first talk I was going to give at the morning services, that it wasn't a very good talk. It was a good talk, solid, but it wasn't great. It didn't seem like it was a home run. It didn't seem like people would freak out because it would be so good. It was just okay. And I was worried about it. And she popped her head in, and she never did that, ever. And I said, "Yes, Miss Emma?" And she said, "That Spirit sent her over here to give me a message." I said, "Really?" I said, "What is it?" And she said, I told her, I said, "I'm so worried, I'm so nervous, I just don't know if this is going to work, if this is the right thing." And she said, "Well, honey," she said, "Spirit doesn't always come when we want, but it is always right on time." And right then, a breeze came right through that little vestry. I swear, I don't know where it came from, and I don't know where it went out, because it's a dead-end little room in there. But it flowed, and I was relaxed, and I came out here, and I don't know if it was a home run, but it was the best I could do, and people loved me for it. But most importantly, I loved Miss Emma to remind me that it isn't always up to me, and I can't always know. But our part was told by Jesus in the parables. And here's a parable that he's shared. The kingdom of heaven is like a net that was let down into the lake and caught all kinds of fish. When it was full, the fishermen pulled it up on the shore, and then they sat down and collected the good fish and threw the bad fish away. That's it. Jesus asked, "Have you understood all these things?" And they said, "Yes." And he said to them, "Let every teacher of the law who has become a disciple in the kingdom of heaven be like the owner of a house who brings out of his storeroom new treasures as well as old." How you know that Jesus really said it is that he doesn't tell you what it means. That's the beauty of the teaching. It's to work it out inside of you. But one way to see this is that we all have new treasures and new shiny things and things that we're excited by and things that are calling us. But we also have old treasures that have served us so well that we wouldn't part with, that weigh so much more heavily in our lives and have brought so much value. That together, these treasures together all create an experience and a resonance and a resource that we could be using. And all those things are inside of you and inside of me. And I have to take stock of those to determine where we go from here. What have I brought with me? And what new thing is waiting to come into expression? Don't know. Fresh start may just mean a reevaluation, a reappraisal, a revisiting. Isaiah 42, "See, the former things have taken place, and new things I declare. Before they spring into being, I announce them to you." Be ready to make a fresh start, over and over and over again. Every moment, a new dream. Stay awake. You have 1,000,000 dreams inside of you, and the world needs every one of them. And Meister Eckhart says, "And suddenly you know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings." God bless you.
Thank you for watching this message today. I'd like to invite you to join us in person here on campus at Unity of Houston for Sunday morning or Wednesday evening services. If you can't be with us here on our campus, you can still join us live on Facebook or on our website, unityhouston.org, Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Central.